Hello everyone, welcome to this session. In this session we'll see about relative velocity, but before that we'll see what is absolute velocity. And in all the previous session, what the velocities we see in is absolute velocity. For example, we see here, we project in the projectile, we projected a body, right? And we have studied about some velocities from point to point, and that velocity is absolute velocity. That means, see, we are studying about that particular velocity from a fixed point. If you are studying about the velocity from a fixed point, and that is your absolute velocity. And moreover, we can say one more example here. We can see here, you are standing on a platform. You are standing on a platform, and now the train is moving with certain velocity, and that velocity is absolute velocity. Why? Because your position is fixed here. Okay, and that about your absolute velocity. Coming to the relative velocity, now in the same platform, if you are moving with the particular velocity, okay, and now at the same point, if the train is moving with another velocity which is like vt, now the relation between these two velocities is nothing but a relative velocity. Clear? So for absolute velocity, your point is fixed, but coming to the relative velocity, your point is not fixed. You are also moving with respect to the train. We see in detail about this relative velocity. Here you can see the velocity of a point A is measured from a fixed point is called absolute velocity. A velocity of a point A is measured with relative to point B that has different motion and velocity is called relative velocity. That is, relative velocity of A with respect to B we call relative velocity. And this is a normal way we can solve these type of relative velocities in vector form. We'll see that. See, here you have a fixed point O, right? So in this direction one body is moving, that is A, with a velocity of VA, and in this particular direction a body of B is moving with velocity VB. That means the velocity of body B. Now how you are going to get a relative velocity of these two? See, if you draw a line in such a manner, okay, in such a manner, then this is the velocity of A. See, the arrow is showing to the side of A, right? So when it is showing to the side of A, then you're going to find the velocity of A with respect to what? Your tail is to the B, right? So your velocity of A with respect to B. Now you can see here the same body have A and B here. So if you draw a line like this, that means it is arrowing towards B from A. So you are going to study about the velocity of B with respect to A. Now this is the absolute velocity of A, this is the absolute velocity of B, but this is the relative velocity of B with respect to A. This is the relative velocity of A with respect to B. And now we'll see a plane rigid body, the velocities and the relative velocities of a plane rigid body. So consider this body as a rigid body. Now on this rigid body, just consider 2 points which is like A and other point like B, and the distance between these two is A and B. So now if you draw a line, that means it shows the velocity of A in this particular direction. And now from here, if you draw a line like this, and this will show a velocity in that particular direction, and that is your velocity B. Clear? And if you have the angular velocity in this direction, which is like omega, now you can able to find this velocity of B with respect to point A. How? See, velocity of B with respect to A is equals to omega. See, we know the angular velocity of this particular rigid body, right? And that is omega into radius or the distance B to A. So if you want the velocity of B with respect to A, that equals to omega, which is angular velocity of this particular rigid body, into it is distance between your A to B. Okay, from A to B, this is A to B. Okay, this is the distance between B to A, and this is the angular velocity of your rigid body, and by that you are going to get the velocity of B with respect to A. Clear? We see a small problem on this relative velocity. See here, a passenger train is 240 meters long. Okay, here 240 meters long train is there and is moving with a constant velocity of 720 kilometers per hour. At a particular time, its engine approaches last compartment of your goods train. See, this is your passenger train, and now here you have another a goods train moving with on a parallel track. See, this is one track and this is one track. On this track, the passenger train is moving. On this particular track, goods train is moving. 25 seconds later, its engine starts overtaking the engine of goods. After 25 seconds, what happens? This engine part is the right of a passenger train is passing this, overtaking the engine of your goods. Okay, and it takes 30 seconds more to complete the overtake of goods train. See, the starting point of the goods train is overtaken by the end point of your passenger train by 30 seconds. Now determine the length and speed of your, and we require the length and the speed of the goods train. Now we'll see the solution for this. VA is the velocity of your passenger, which is 72 kilometers per hour, and convert that into meters per second. And now the relative velocity is 20 minus VB. What is VB? The velocity of your goods train. Okay, it is also moving with certain velocity. We don't know that. We have to find that velocity. And when t equals to 25 seconds, when the time is 25 seconds, the relative distance moved is x meters. That means, see here, the distance. Okay, and this is your relative velocity into time. Velocity into time is equals to distance, which is nothing but your velocity is equals to distance by time. Okay, so from this you got this, and when t equals to 30 seconds, relative distance moved is length of the passenger train, which is 240 meters. This is the relative velocity, and this is the time that taken, and this is the distance that is moved. And if you resolve the equation, this equation, you're going to get the velocity of goods train, which is 12 meters per second. If you want to convert, you can convert into kilometers per hour. And now if you substitute that velocity of goods or velocity of B in equation 1 or in equation 1, then you're going to get the length of your goods train, which is 200 meters. Thank you.